Not making a move anymore is so frustrating because the amount of times that I've heard so and so has liked you before, like at this time. I didn't know if you felt the same way, so he never said anything to you. I've been getting that a lot recently, and I can't stop thinking, what if, bro? So guys, can you make a move again? Can we?
Well, that's what a lot of women want, but this only comes after they've been telling men to leave them alone. And men are honestly and truly tired of guessing what you guys want. So maybe at some point in time, y'all can start using clear and effective communication.
We stop being afraid and just make a gesture. I'm never gonna make a move.
All right, ladies, listen up. Listen up. This is very important. A man who doesn't plan dates does not give an F about you. And I know what you're going to say. Why should he give an F about me? He doesn't know me. Wrong. Wrong. A real, true, masculine provider man who is a gentleman and who is out seeking something serious, who is dating with intention, is going to want to impress you.
But I guess that's the thing, right? We're still, instead of building a genuine connection, y'all want a man to impress you. You haven't yet said what you're going to be doing to impress the man. That's what these videos are about. He needs to impress me. If he's rich, if he's a real man, that's how they keep these women on the hook. If he's this or if he's that, well, he is a real man. Number one. Number two, you don't know what a real man is, or how would you if you don't have one yourself? Number one. Number two, the only real thing that you want out of a man is money. The way that you validate and vet a man, if he's real or not, or if he has any type of integrity, is by saying, oh, he was willing to pay $500 for a dinner, or he was willing to buy me this expensive handbag, so he must be okay.
He's not going to want you to look elsewhere. No. He's going to want to impress you, which means he'll be asking you, what's your favorite cuisine? He'll be asking you, how are you getting to this location? Can I pick you up, or I'll send a car? He's going to care about your safety. He's going to be worried about your safety. That is the kind of man that you want to be with.
But even that is problematic, because men will say, well, what do you like? And y'all will say something weird like, surprise me. And when the man surprises you, then all of a sudden that's the wrong surprise, and that's not what you were looking for. Men are tired of playing these guessing games. Men used to do that. And the surprise will be, well, maybe I don't necessarily like this, but it's a surprise. That's exactly what a surprise is. So, maybe down the road, I'll tell him that I don't like it, or maybe hint at it, but I'll do it in a way that doesn't necessarily, kind of hurt his feelings. It's not so blunt. It's not so inconsiderate of his efforts. But modern women don't care anymore. They just met you, and then they'll start talking trash about your efforts. They'll start talking trash about, why would you even think that? I'm giving you a chance, and this is what you do. This is what you give me. I don't want that.
Stay away from men who do not plan dates.
The downside of being attractive is they don't even try. She's out of my league. She's not gonna give me the time of the day.
It would take a lot of investment for her to choose him if she doesn't desire him already. I remember one guy when I went to drama school, he was in the year above me. There was this girl in my year, really attractive girl. He was a great guy, average looking guy. He messaged her and talked to her every day for like 3 or 4 months before she went on a date with him. Now from that, they ended up being in a relationship for like 2 and a bit years. But that's what it took for him to even get to a point, give so much
every day. At that point in time, you have to start to ask yourself, do you move on? Now, the kicker here is that this used to work back in the day. Like, this was something that was talked about back in the day. Like, couples, this is not a foreign idea or concept. They would say, oh, me and your dad, we got together and we broke up, but, we found our way back to each other. And that would be a thing. But nowadays, you're expected to be dating and spending money, a lot of money, on these women. And by the time you get back to somebody 2 years later, you're broke because you spent money trying to impress somebody else. I don't see men wanting to take that type of gamble anymore. It's too much money. The economy is too bad. And even if the economy wasn't bad, it's just too much of a risk. And you could be trying to build your business and build yourself versus spending all this money on somebody that, quite frankly and quite honestly, is ungrateful about the things that you're trying to do for them.
Investment just for her to even give the opportunity. Personally, for me, I would not do that. Either there's a level of reciprocal desire here, and then it's like, cool, then I'll make the effort to see where it goes. But if there isn't, that's all good. I wish you the best. Nothing but love for you, right? So I think if a guy sees a girl that he really feels is out of his league, he's like, okay, I'd have to put so much work just for her to get to this point where I'm at now, where I'd even just give it a chance. And then even then, you don't even know if she's going to be a good person or not. Sure, you get the really good looking girl. That's the thing. It's not even guaranteed.
But then nothing is guaranteed, is it?
Well, exactly, which is why they don't try.
Exactly. Y'all are wanting a man. And the thing about it is, modern women, they're so ego driven. They think that they look better than they actually do. And I'm not saying, now some of these ladies are beautiful women. You know, whatever they say, the body is tea and they're looking great, but your attitude just doesn't match. And when your attitude shows up, a man is like, what in the world have I gotten myself into? Why would I want to, I can't bring this person home to my parents. I can't. And for the older gentlemen, you know, they might have family that are still living. And even if they don't, it's like, why would I even want to bring this person into my life with all the stuff that I've built? I've spent 30, 40 years building a solid relationship with my clients. You know, if I'm working a 9 to 5, it's probably not 9 to 5. I've been working literally 12, 14-hour days trying to build up my retirement fund. Men are thinking long and hard about if they want to bring a woman in on this type of stuff.
2025 is the year that we are finding our husbands. And by finding, I mean just opening up your eyes and realizing that there's men all around you at all times. All you need to do is smile. Go out to dinner by yourself. Go talk to your gym crush. Ask him if he could help you lift up a weight. Smile at people when you're out. Go join a workout class. Put yourself in an environment where you have the opportunity to meet people. And when you are meeting people, have conversations. And when you like how that conversation is going and you can tell that it's starting to unfold in the way that maybe a little flirtation is happening, put yourself out there a little bit more. Maybe ask for an Instagram. If somebody is leading it to show you that they're interested, bite back. Because in 2025, we are not playing. Start smiling. Start smiling.
Yeah, but what's going to happen is they're going to go for the same guys. And you're going to have a boatload of business. Yeah, I mean, you're in the perfect position. These modern women they're going to do exactly what you said. Some of, not all of them, because some of them are going to be in the camp of, I don't chase, I attract. I'm sprinkle. So they're going to do that whole bit, right? So that's not going to be your crowd. Your target market might be an earnest woman who actually wants to get with a man. They're a little bit more grounded, but even still, they have this thing about where I'm looking for the man that is 6 feet tall, 6 inches, and maybe he doesn't even have to make 6 figures, but you know, he's got to be, you know, fairly educated. He's got to be around my level, right? Even when you get to some of these women with a better head on their shoulders, modern women are still modern women, and so they're going to do this thing to where, oh well, you know, I took a chance on him, and the man that they're talking about taking a chance on is an upstanding man in the community. People love this man. He's a hard worker. He might not make 90K, but he's been solid for years. Great conversation, but they won't date that man because he doesn't fit. And then when they go and talk to their friends, no, you're allowed to have these standards and preferences.
Talking to your gym crush, put yourself out there, because we are not playing anymore.
Consciousness needs.
When girls claim they don't want guys to approach them ever, this stems from a pattern formed over years and years of approaches gone bad. Because honestly, so few guys know how to do it correctly.
children.
I've been going to the block parties, all of that good stuff, you know, the day parties has been a time. But the problem is the men just stare at you. They just stare at you the whole time. They don't approach you.
What happened to masculine men? Like, you guys don't approach women anymore. I don't understand it.
I hope that I never see you again.
I am tired. I am tired of the men.
I think the problem here is that you can talk about women having a bad experience. Oh, I had a bad experience with a man approaching me and he did whatever he did. Nobody's going to contest that. Nobody, well, some might, but for the most part, people, men in general, you guys are trying to force them to see your way of things. And so if, all you guys are creeps, not a lot of men know how to do X, Y, and Z. Not a lot of men have to know. They don't, that's the beauty of life. That's a point of laughter. That's a point of connection. When your dad came up to me, once again, in the old days, when your dad came up to me, he was stumbling, he was bumbling, or it might even be, he was confident and he thought he was all cool and he was cute and this and that. And it's a point of laughter. It's a fond memory because it wasn't perfect. Not a lot of these approaches are picture perfect or Disney-esque. It's just two people trying to get together. And so when you're saying, well, it was less than perfect, he was a creep, a lot of that is modern women being paranoid. A lot of that is them watching TV or true crime and thinking, oh, that might happen to me. That man, first of all, he doesn't exist anymore. Second of all, there's not a lot of men doing that at all. If they are, they're criminals, and they're most likely to be in jail because most people are dumb criminals, so they're going to get caught. Y'all want men to focus on how you feel. Y'all want men to focus on what's going on with you. But y'all don't be focused on how men, well, I want a man. This next clip, the next clip after this talks about, well, if he's not helping you with this, if he's not helping you with that, that is right. That right there is why I'm not approaching. I'm going to get called a creep, or if I don't get called a creep, I'm expected to help out with a lot of these things. It's too much. You're not helping with anything. Why would I be involved in that? And so as we go on and progress through these clips in this compilation, we see women talking about, I'm tired. You know why? You know why? Because you're expecting the man to do all of that type of stuff. And the man says no. So you have to keep on carrying the load that you placed on yourself. You did it to yourself. And now you're tired and now you're desperately begging for a man. And just pick one. I just need a man. Anyone will do. Even if he's half decent, I'm settling. I'm settling for a man to say hi to me. Yeah, you are. That's your fault. Because you decided to wait. You decided that I'm going to play this card. I'm going to play. These modern women get out there and play their draw fours at the beginning of the game. There's no pacing. There's no strategy. All of their special cards, they play at the beginning of the game. And then when they can't Uno out, they get close. They get close. I got one card left. You draw 4. Boom. Back in the game. Draw another 4. Boom. Draw 2. Reverse. Skip. All of that happens to modern women. And now that I think about it, absolutely it does. Draw 4. If you ain't going to be with me, boom, draw 4. And you're just giving it to the man. Boom. Boom. He got to draw a card. What are those cards? I got to go get better. I got to get fit. I got to go get more money. I got to go get more educated. Problem is, that man goes and does all of that. And by the time he does, skip. Oh, well, I thought you really liked me. You came up to me and started talking to me. Ooh, I think I'm going to play a reverse. Turn around and go talk to your friend. Turn around and go talk to these women over here. Oh, and by the way, it's time for you to draw 4. Time for you to draw. You need to be able to give me kids. Draw 4. You need to be able to be on my timeline and submit to me. Draw 4. You need to be cooperating. You need to get along with my friends and my family. You need to be able to bring something into this household. Draw 4. What's your body count? Draw 4. keep on drawing. And now he can go down the line. And when you was, I got the NBA player. You had that one card left. I'm almost there. I'm going out. He says, don't worry about it. Boom. NBA player leaves. So now you got a bunch of bums. So you essentially what happens is you get a bunch of bum cards that you can't play with. Oh, I got a 9, I got a 6, I got a 1, I got nothing that you can play. And the man says, I'm out. Bingo. And the man's won the game. But it's because you didn't play your cards right.
I always hear about how women should lower their standards because they say women only like a small segment of the population that are men, and all of us are trying to get them. How about men just stop being ugly? Have you guys thought of that? Just stop being ugly.
Well, I'm glad you said this, because some of you guys don't look the greatest, right? A lot of men are actually looking for, if they were to talk down on you and really trash you like you are out here trashing men, then y'all's feelings would get hurt. Then you would want to post them all over social media because they hurt your feelings. So this type of stuff it's weird energy to me.
That's my issue today with a lot of women saying, I want a good man, I want a good husband, I want a family man, I want a man that comes from a good background. But then I look at their behavior and I look at the way they move. You don't reflect the very morals and values that you want in your man, because those types of men are not looking for any woman. They're looking for the exact same woman that shares the same values and morals. And I think that's where the disconnect is.
If you're a male and you're like, what the hell, there's no good females out there to date, these are all trash options, what do I do? I was talking to my boyfriend the other day and he was telling me that he had such a hard time finding a girlfriend before he met me, and this is why. Tell me if you agree. So he would walk up to a lot of different females. That's basically what he did to me. That's how he found me, okay? And when he walked up to these females, he would say, hi, just like that, and want to start a conversation. He said so many people would just look him in the eyes and either just walk away, like straight up, look at him and just leave.
Yep.
Or they would give him like the biggest resting bitch face and then be such a bitch to him that it's like, why would you even want to have a conversation? It's like you're talking to a wall or someone that like wants to stab you in the face.
Well, this is how these modern women act. And this is what men continue to tell you guys. But y'all will get online and y'all will say the man is doing it wrong. Oh, you're not approaching right. Well, you're being a creep. And that's not it at all. That's not even close to being it. Y'all will say a man is doing one thing and he's actually doing the opposite. Well, if you'd approach normally, you mean like me walking up to her and saying, hey, how you doing? My name is Jared. What's your name? Oh, I don't know you. Why would I tell you my name? Because I'm trying to have a conversation. Are you okay? Do you need me to take you to the ER? Get your head checked out? That's weird energy, man. And men keep on running into this type of stuff. So when a man walks up to you, there was a clip a minute ago talking about men are looking for women who have their same values. I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to give you the ring. I'm going to avoid you if we don't have the same values. That's what's happening today. A man's trying to come up to you and have a conversation with you about, hey, what do you believe? Hey, how's it going? I mean, it might be a 30-minute conversation and it goes no further than that. But I came over here to introduce myself because you look like somebody I would be interested in. Oh, well, you only want me because I look good. I came up here to start a conversation with you. I came over here to connect. And you acting weird with me right now, man. What's up? I only came over here to talk to you. I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go, where I'm supposed to be, what I need to do if you don't talk to me. But we just want men to come. There's nothing I can do if you don't talk, if you don't open up your mouth, if you don't invite me over. Modern women need to start being friendly, dude. Like, just be a friend to somebody. My God, forget the drink. Oh, you got to buy me a drink. You ain't even buy me a drink first. I don't have to. Just be friendly. God dog. I mean, does your friend have to buy you a drink before they talk to you? Well, you're not my friend. That's why I came. I'm trying to shake your hand so I can be your friend. Man, what's wrong with you guys?
It was really, really uncomfortable. In fact, we actually did this little exercise. It was funny. Like, he was sitting down on the beach and then I was going for a walk. And when I got back from my walk, I walked up to him pretending like I didn't know him. And I'm just like, hi, nice to meet you. What book are you reading? And he looked at me like he wanted to kill me. And he was like, it's a book about houses or something like that. I don't know what he said. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like really trying to have a conversation, but it's like, how the fuck do you have a conversation with someone when they don't want to talk to you and they're like, what, like, why are you in my space? And they look at you like you're almost an alien, okay? So females, if you're listening to this video, that is from a male perspective, okay? So if you're a male and you're watching this video, I totally get it, okay? Like, there are many people out there that probably look at you like you're absolutely crazy, okay? Females, if you're watching this video, just be aware that if someone comes up to talk to you, it takes a lot of courage to do that. Just like walking up to someone in general is very intimidating and scary, okay? And you're probably beautiful, okay? So that's why they're walking up to you. So if anything,
bro, even the not so great looking women have this same attitude. That's the problem. All of these women out here are overstating their value. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to not be disrespectful and say that the ugly ones don't deserve love. But I know for sure, for instance, I'm not going to get, I don't know, Jennifer Lopez or something like that. Beyonce. I know I'm not going to get Beyonce. That I don't want Beyonce. Oh, well, what if it came to that, and I don't care, because that's not something that I'm looking for. Me and Beyonce don't click anyways. Her standards and her way of living don't click with me at all. But on the basis of attractiveness, I'm probably not going to be there for whatever reason, because she's looking for a different type of man. I have to accept that, and I can be okay with that. Well, you don't feel like you settled? No, because I got what I wanted. I went and looked for what I wanted, and I got it. I don't have to have Beyonce, even if I might think she's attractive. I don't have to have Jennifer Lopez or Margot Robbie or Scarlett Johansson. Even if I think they're attractive, I don't have to have them, because that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. Modern women feel like if they don't get Brad Pitt, then they failed. If they don't get the athlete, then they failed. All of y'all are looking for that same athlete, and all of y'all are failing. Then you're turning around because your ego is bruised and trying to knock down men a couple pegs by telling them they're ugly and they're not enough to approach you.
Just be a little bit more nice when they do walk up to you, have a conversation. I mean, they are human beings, so if anything, you can just have like a fun, nice conversation. I get it. If like you don't want to be bothered, just say like, oh yeah, this is the book I'm reading. It's called How Emotions Are Made. Yeah, but if you don't mind, I was just really busy reading. I'm gonna keep doing my thing if that's okay. Something like that is so simple. It's very polite, and honestly, I think that's kind of like what I always did when I lived in Chicago. I sat in the Riverwalk and so many people would just walk up to me randomly. But I think it's very good to always be open to people, always be open to opportunity. And if you don't like someone, that's fine too. You can just straight up say like, thank you for having, or like starting a conversation. Like, I'm doing my own thing, and that's that, okay?
I get there's some people out there that are introverted, and so they're kind of like, for somebody to come up and talk to them, they're like, you know, I really don't want to talk. That's something that you have to get out of as an introverted person. But I get it. You need to rehearse in your head if you're going to be sitting in a public space, and the introverts are sitting there telling me I'm not going to be in a public space anyway. I'm not even going to be out there. So it's not even going to apply to me, right? But if you're going to be out there just enjoying your day, just getting out of the house, then you kind of rehearse in your head. You can have small talk for maybe 5 minutes, you know, really after 5 minutes, you're kind of pushing it. Really 20, 30 minutes for an introvert. They're like, who is this? I'm about to call the cops. But that's just something that you need to do in order to increase your skills, right? You have to be somewhat, you don't have to be like, oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, because that's not your personality. That's not who you are. But if somebody says, hey, what book are you reading? Oh, you know, I'm just reading Beauty and the Beast. Oh, what's it about? Oh, you know, just a young lady that married a beast. Oh man, that's interesting. Wow, yeah, it is. You know, so what are you up to? Oh, you know, just reading. And how many books have you read? You just small conversation, small talk, right? If you don't like the person, you're not really going to be engaging like that. Small talk is really, honestly, going to fizzle the conversation out eventually, so you'll get off the hook like that most of the time. But if somebody just keeps on talking, because there are people that just keep talking, you kind of say, kind of like she said, oh, well, hey, I appreciate you talking to me. I'm probably going to go back to, kind of reading and whatever it is. And if you kind of need to make up an excuse to go, then just do that. Oh, hey, time for me to go and whatever it is, and get up out of there. You don't have to be rude about it. This is what I'm talking about a lot of times in some of these videos. Modern women need to start being intentional about how they handle these interactions. They need to be intentional about, I don't want to say de-escalating conflict, but a lot of times they put the conflict out there. Does that make sense? A lot of times they're so rude to men. They're so rude in a situation to where a man feels like, wait, what? Who do you think you are? You're not the president of the United States. Oh, I told you to get out of my face. The male is just a personal, it's just a social interaction. You got to be able to handle it. If your Prince Charming came up to you and had the same small talk, you would engage in him because you find him attractive. And that would be the funniest thing to you. Oh man, everything that he said was funny, or everything that he did was funny. It's the same thing with this person. Obviously not everything he's saying is going to be funny, but he's still a human being. You guys don't know how to treat men as human beings. Y'all got to learn to start doing that and think, because I know y'all don't be thinking about it. Y'all need to start thinking about it intentionally. I'm not going to be a jerk today.
All right, y'all. Why do women get mad when men prefer much younger women? Glad you asked. Your girl got an answer for you. Let's get into it, family.
You about to say something that you don't need to be saying now.
Okay, so if men only want to date 20-year-old women, then who is my son going to date? Because my son is going to get into that age range eventually. And if every single man in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s plus whatever is dating 20-year-old women, who is my son going to date? Like, clearly he's going to be young, so he can't really go any younger because that obviously would be illegal.
Well, I think the problem is with modern women on this one. Like the younger women, they could be dating your son, but they decide to date older men. They could be building with your son, but they don't want to build. So that's why they go with an older man, because they're expecting the older man off rip to pay for everything they have going on.
But what is this obsession of wanting to date 20-year-old women? Like, you guys are ruining it from the 20-year-old guys. And every single time I run across a 20-year-old guy and some older man is talking about they want to date 20-year-old women, I try to tell him, yo, this older man sees you as competition for the type of woman that he wants to date. That's why he's trying to ruin it for you. Or he's just keeping you around so he can have access to more 20-year-old women. And that's pretty much it. Like, they're grooming y'all too, you 20-year-old dudes too, so you can end up just like them. What? And why didn't these grown men, when they were in their 20s, date 20-year-old women? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what were y'all doing back?
To the men who say
they were being ignored. That's what Kevin Samuels was talking about. They were being ignored by these women, left and right. And that's what's probably going to happen to your son, unfortunately. With these modern women, he's going to be ignored.
They'd rather date younger women because older ones are damaged and they don't want to deal with all that baggage. One, it's clear you don't have empathy for yourself to recognize that everyone's damaged, including you. And if you say, no, I don't let things bother me, you're lying. You probably can't even access where you were hurt since childhood, because us women who have dated older guys, while in the beginning it might seem like everything's fine and you have everything taken care of, when you start peeling back the layers in a long-term relationship, you see he's got stuff. And who's willing to put up with that stuff?
Well, also, you guys always come at it from the angle of, well, he's got a problem. Nobody's going to be putting up with this stuff as a problem. When really, a lot of it probably is, he's got, in order for you to get access or gain access to the money that he's made, there's some things that you have to do. You have to put into the relationship. A lot of y'all be trying to get a man to take you out to dinner, not putting any effort in. A lot of y'all be trying to get a man to pay for a bag or pay for a vacation. Y'all love that part. But when a man says, hey, this is how we're going to continue to keep the money rolling in. This is our goals. This is where we want to be. This is what I want the family to look like. then all of a sudden it's, oh, he's got baggage, he's got problems. Oh, wow, I can really see why nobody really wanted him anymore. No, you can see why you don't want to cooperate. You can see that he's trying to establish some order and some discipline, and you don't want to be a part of that. You just want to take his money.
That woman, you just want the easy route of not doing the work on yourself and having low intimacy.
So for starters, I will say that there's an extremely large age difference. It can look a little funny, 20, 30 years age difference does make you think, do they have in common? He was 30 when she was born. Here's the thing, if it's not illegal and no one was abused or is being abused in the process, then it is what it is, okay? Here's the part 2 to my answer. Now, I'm a divorced woman, have a child, and I'm in my 30s. And I've heard everything that's said online. So at first, it was hard to accept. Hard to hear that you're not someone's preference because of some things that you can't control at this moment. And I used to get mad at it. Everyone wants to be everyone's preference. And I had to accept, not for everybody. And look, I'm okay with it. There's men that's gonna love me for exactly who I am. And there's men that's not. All good. What's for me is for me. That's that. Accepting.
That's exactly what it is. Modern women, they want to be everybody's type, and they want to leave men with the scraps. But the thing about that is none of them are scraps. They're all top tier women. They're all great women. And research, statistics, and TikToks have shown that that's not the case. These modern women, they look down on the man. They'll look down on a man making $90,000 and say that he's a trash person. But when the man says, okay, well, wait a minute. These are the things that you don't like about me. Well, this is the stuff that I don't like about you. Then all of a sudden, I got to get out that phone. Oh, you're misogynistic. Oh, I hate that. Oh, why would you even say that? Oh, no, I'm not going to take that. Post. Yeah, girl, he post. Oh, yeah, and he said this, responding to the comments. They're on the date right now, responding to comments, making videos, trying to expose the man. Acting a fool. So you wonder why a man doesn't want to deal with that. I'm a PhD. That's what Kevin Samuels talked about. I've got this and I've got that. Wait a minute. You're telling me all the stuff that you have, but you're not telling me that I have to take care of 3 or 4 kids and I have to manage a baby daddy situation that, 2 or 3 baby daddy situations. You're just telling me you want a man that's fit. He looks good. He's got the money. He's got all this stuff. But you're not telling me what you bring to the table.
It for what it is really helped me to no longer be mad at it.
If you're gonna date a single parent, you need to stop and think about the logistics behind dating that single parent. You
Go ahead.
Can't be half in, half out. You need to commit or get the fuck out. Stop wasting our time.
Why would a man commit to somebody that's going to make him the last priority? That's what men are asking. I'm last priority here. Why am I? Oh, you need to be full in. I'm going to be full in when you tell me you're going to make me an actual legitimate priority.
Stop wasting our energy and stop hurting us. Damn.
Recently was going on dates with a man, and nice guy, good guy, treated me well. But once I realized that he was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him and I sent him a text because it wasn't that serious, I didn't I needed to do it in person. Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that.
So we're establishing a pattern of disrespect. But go ahead.
I didn't see it going any further, and he agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he wanted to change, that he wanted to whatever. I can be manipulated. I will.
Well, what you're experiencing is a man that is confident. That is real confidence. You should have probably hung on to that man. To be honest with you, you should have probably said to that man, whoa, you're pretty confident. Whoa, well, maybe we should go out on a date. If that's your, maybe make it a joke, but maybe we should go back on another date if that's the way that you think. I like that confidence. That's what you should be doing. Y'all are this is what I'm saying. Y'all are asking, where are all the good men? Why are men avoiding us? Y'all are running into the right dudes. Y'all are just not picking up. You ran into the right dude. A man that was sure of himself. A man that, when you said that over text, by the way, he said, well, I didn't think it was that serious, so I can just text him. This man just spent a good amount of money on you. And you say, I'll just break it over text. That's all he deserves. Can you believe that? I spend $200-300 on you. It's not that serious. Text message. And you wonder why men don't respect you taking out of your time to put on makeup and a dress. They don't send you a car. They don't send you flowers or bring flowers to the date, because they know as soon as they pay that bill, I just don't think we're right. Of course not. You can make that decision after your stomach is full of the 48-ounce steak that you're not going to eat, that you're going to spend the next 3 days eating on. You done got a meal for the next 3 days off of me, and all I got is an empty wallet. Men don't want to go for that nonsense anymore, man.
Older men who are dating younger women are looking for an escape.
From a young age, we are told women like older men too. So what does that say about the younger women? How is it our fault if they like us and we like them back?
I used to work with all men, and people would always be like, oh, you must get hit on all the time if you work with all men. But what I had to explain was that actually in settings where it's like 70% men, 30% women, the women get hit on all the time. But in this case, I was literally the only woman on a 20-person team. And in those cases, the men just act like there are no women there and they ignore you. At least that's what I told myself.
With the way that you've talked, with the way that you've carried on with Me Too and all that other stuff, with the I believe all women and I believe all victims type rhetoric, men have decided that it's best to stay away, not be friends. The woman was complaining about men not showing her the ropes and mentoring her. No, why would I? So you can go out there and tell me that I'm messing with you, I'm trying to get certain favors from you? Absolutely not.
Here are all the men you should be avoiding. Guys who are recently separated, guys who are recently divorced, guys who don't know what they're looking for, guys who are unemployed and have been for a while, guys who have any type of addiction, guys who simply are inconsistent, guys who are polyamorous, guys who mistreat you in any way, guys who emotionally, guys with anger and communication issues, guys who are way too busy for you, guys who tell you they love you, but do not prove it to you with facts. It's actually that simple. And if
what's funny is that, particularly talking about guys who don't treat you right, they'll say that type of stuff. Oh, they don't treat you right in any way. So it's up to their discretion on what they feel is you treating them right. And really, honestly and truly, their friends' discretion. Anybody that you can kind of come up with, modern women will basically throw you around in these tests and be like, oh, you didn't pass it. That's really what it is.
Seek out women for help, like financial assistance, free therapy, resources, have actually been shown in research to be predatory or highly likely that they are a narcissist. The sad truth is women have been conditioned to be so much easier to manipulate into feeling bad, to seeing potential, into being kind and compassionate.
How are they conditioned into being kind and compassionate and manipulated when they're actually the ones doing this type of predatory stuff? Like, they're the ones actually doing the manipulating. That's a statistical fact. When talking about infidelity, you'll read that modern or women in general, they hide their infidelity better because they set up different stories. They set up different alibis. So when a man calls around, the sisterhood, the girl code already has her covered. That's deceit beyond just simple petty, quote unquote, deceit. That's manipulation beyond simple manipulation. That's the gaslighting that we talk about. Oh, you didn't stack the dishes right, or you didn't take out the trash right, or you didn't cook this right, or the freezer's not stacked in the way that I would like it. That's manipulation. That's gaslighting. That's what a lot of modern women do.
And the men know this, especially the draining ones. They know this. They are looking for the givers. They are looking for women whose identity is built off of them being nice. Women who give and give and give and are too afraid to speak up for what they need, don't have healthy boundaries. So if you are dating and the man that you're with has no compunction, he doesn't even hesitate to ask you for money, to ask you for free labor, whatever that may be, that is a major freaking red flag. Run the other way.
I just went down the rabbit hole of red pill content, and it's so crazy because the men who watch red pill content, they all have this same outlook where even if this is happening in the relationship, usually they're the right, that you have to stick around and you're taking the easy way out by getting a divorce. The easy way out. That is the easy way out. And, you know,
I guess we would have to qualify what you mean by that. Like financial, physical, mental, emotional, and also because modern women lie so much, quite frankly, we have to clarify what you mean by financial, by physical, by emotional. We have to qualify exactly what that action means to you, because y'all will get on here and lie. Well, you know, he did this to me. That's a form of it, right? Or he said this one time 3 years ago when I said that I'm glad that his mom passed away. So that's kind of a form of him emotionally mishandling me, right? Y'all will work yourselves into victimhood. Y'all will say things, and then when a man comes back or he bites back or he says something back, then all of a sudden it's a problem. All of a sudden, how dare he say that? Nothing ever should have a man saying that type of stuff to you. He should always respect you. He's the man. He should understand what you're going through. Now, you know, you probably shouldn't have said that, but he should understand and allow you to say that type of stuff. Now, you were probably wrong for swinging at him and putting your hands on him multiple times, even though he told you to stop, even though he told you to back up. You stopped for a little bit and you came back the next day and you kept on doing it. But now he's wrong for restraining you and calling the cops. Because what real man would? Oh, you can't handle me by yourself. Oh, only a coward calls the cops. When modern women get mad, there's no end to their insults. There's no end to their shame. But of course, you're the victim. Go ahead.
You know, people today, they can't stick it out and be strong and create a marriage that's strong. They can't get through the tough times. The thing they don't understand is this isn't tough times they're putting us through, a lot of these men. It's straight up, okay, there is a difference between going through hard times in a marriage and going through there's a difference. But these guys who watch the red pill content, they don't understand that. They look at...
I feel like you didn't really go down the rabbit hole. Like you went down like a portion of something where there were some men talking about women are trash, they're garbage, they're this, they're that. But you're not really listening to the content, nor do you probably care to listen to it, where men are saying, this happened to me. When I went through a divorce, I was totally cleaned out. I did all of this for her and she still did this. What? They're wondering why I don't want to be around women anymore, why I don't want to get married, why I don't necessarily want a relationship anymore, why I'm trying to cool off on dating and spending so much money is because over and over again, I've had women spend my money. I mean, not them necessarily, but I've spent money on them because they said they wanted a man that was intentional, a man that shows up, a man that knows what he wants. And I've done that. But each and every time that I've done that, they've simply taken the mill and said, well, you're not for me. I've been on dates or times with women where I've gone on 3-4 dates with them. I've paid for all of the dates. I've done all that I could, only to still be told, well, you're not the one for me, but thanks for the great time. Thanks for the great time. Y'all are not considering that as somebody financially mishandling you. That can be, because if we're talking about somebody mishandling somebody, that's emotional mishandling. You know exactly what you want, and it's not that man. So go ahead and pay him his money back. Oh, wait, you're not going to do that. Like, you already know that you don't want that man. And so what you're essentially doing is, some of you women trauma dumping on that man from dates 1 to 5. I mean, you might take off date 1 and 2, and then by the third date, you're saying, okay, he's cool. I'm going to go ahead and unload on him. Well, men this, and I just feel like that, and I'm having a problem with this. And you'll dump all of that knowing that men are problem solvers. And then admit, okay, well, you know what? I usually don't do this, but I'm trying to be a good man, and here's $100 on your light bill. Here's $200 on your rent. Oh man, are you sure? Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that. But you'll never come back and repay him. You'll take the $200. You'll take the time that he spent on a date. Even if he said, no, I don't want you to repay me, it's still a good idea to send him something back, to send him a little thank you. You guys won't even do that. So you're telling me after you do all of that conniving and deceit and manipulation, you don't consider that mishandling the man? You guys, I don't know how you guys run it, but this is some weird stuff that you guys got going on. Y'all can declare from the rooftops what a man is and what a man isn't, but you can't figure out what you need to be.
Do not do things for you because they love you. They do things for you because it is essentially a lubricant to get to the one thing that they want, and it's between your legs.
So if a man, go with me here, if a man did not pay for things for you, then you would marry him? You would date him? Because I hear you guys talking about, if a man doesn't pay for the first date, then I already know where we stand, and we're not even going anywhere. So basically you're dating for money. You want the man's money. You want the man's provision.
A lot of you guys just don't seem to understand this. The male mind is very much honed in on that one thing. So when they do nice things for you, you're always thinking, oh, it's because he loves me so much. No, he might like you, but it's certainly not love. He does nice things for you. And again, this sounds really like jaded, but it is just actually true, guys. I promise you this is true. They do these nice things for you and take time out of their day because ultimately it leads to the thing that they want, and that is your body. So stop giving it away so easy, okay? You need to be asking these men for things, period.
Thank you. You said exactly what we all knew you were going to say. You said exactly what we all knew that you were going to say. At some point in time, ma'am, if you're selling it, how come you just don't say that up front? How come you just don't let us know that up front? Well, if you're going to give him how about you just don't give him your body? If that's going to be a point of contention, how about you just find the person that's going to be for you? Oh, wait, you can't. You put it in a bad spot because you gave Chad and Tyrone your body and they didn't spend any money on you. And now you're trying to say to the man who spent $500 on you, no, you can't have this. I reserve this for people that I actually like, people that I actually love. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to head out then. Oh, well, that you only wanted one thing. And so did Chad and Tyrone. Now what? You didn't state, here's the thing. You didn't state to Chad or Tyrone that they're not going to get anything. They came in there. All I'm really going to, and this is the type of conversation that they have before they go into the club, where you met Chad and Tyrone. I'm not spending any more than $20 on these women. Oh man, they'll be lucky if they get a drink out of me, and that's about all they get out of him. Hey, why don't we get up out of here? Why don't we go home? Well, I don't usually do that. Meeting somebody the first time, and then be in his crib, in his Uber, with that man touching all over you. We forget now that man he literally just bought you a bottle of water. Y'all in there, this man knocking the sonic rings out of you. But you get to this man as an honest, upstanding citizen. And now all of a sudden, well, you know, I ain't that type of woman. Oh, okay. Well, what type of woman are you? Well, she's telling us right here. A woman that wants things in exchange for her body. So you're a street worker. That's what you are. But you just try to elevate yourself so you can make yourself feel better. You just try to elevate yourself so you can make it seem like not everybody has access to this. Yeah, they do. Unfortunately for you, yeah, they do. And that's the way that you like it.